Welcome everyone to today's practice video. So in one of the recent videos that I put out on the channel, we were talking about this concept of compassionate awareness. And so what I'd like to do today is just to guide a short practice where we focus on cultivating that quality of compassionate awareness with some movement and also with a short meditative practice at the end. So for today's session, what you'll do is you'll need a mat. So if you come onto the mat and get nice and comfortable, we're going to start at the back of the mat. And the option is either for you to kneel in Vajrasana as I'm doing. But if that doesn't feel comfortable, because we're going to be here for a little while, you can of course change to sitting cross-legged, or maybe you can sit on a block or a cushion or whatever feels comfortable. So once you find yourself in this position, just lay the palms of your hands facing upwards on the thighs. Just take a moment to tilt your pelvis ever so slightly forward, creating a nice little arch in the lower spine. And then slowly lift up through the spine, so lengthening up through the spine, but at the same time relaxing the shoulders down. And just opening the heart space, opening the chest ever so slightly. Reaching skywards with the crown of your head and ever so slightly tucking the chin. Not so that you're looking down, but so that your gaze is straight ahead. And then slowly close your eyes. Let's just take a few moments here to arrive on the mat, to intentionally let go of whatever it is that we've been doing so far today, letting go of whatever it is that we've been thinking about, letting go of patterns in the mind, and allowing ourselves in this moment of time to arrive in this room or in the space that you're in, to arrive on our mats and to arrive in our practice. As you do this, slowly begin to turn your attention, to turn your awareness inwards, so that you slowly begin to connect to the landscape of sensation that is arising in your body moment to moment. And let us use these sensations as an anchor for the mind, as a way of moving deeper within and letting go moment by moment of those distractions and of those thoughts that come into our minds from time to time. Just ensuring that the face is nice and soft, that the eyelids are not tightly closed, but just gently resting over the eyeballs. And slowly beginning to tune in even deeper and just beginning to notice the natural flow of breath. Noticing your inhalations and exhalations without trying to do anything at all at this stage. And just seeing if each time your mind wants to wander or wants to move away onto some other topic or some other thought, we just slowly bring our attention back to the sensations in the breath. And then slowly over the course of the next minute or so, let us begin to extend the length of our inhalation. So breathing in through the nose, allowing the chest and the belly to expand as comfortably as you can. Pausing at the top of the inhalation. And then slowly breathing out through the nose, releasing the lungs and releasing the belly. And just continue to breathe in this way, coming into your own comfortable breathing pattern and continuing to use the breath as an anchor for your mind and as a way of bringing the mind back to the breath when you notice that it has wandered or is attaching to other thoughts. Just staying with this for a couple more breaths. Really allowing ourselves to deepen that connection to the breath, to move deeper and deeper within. And then letting go of that breath pattern and coming back to natural breath. Now let us bring one hand to our heart space, place the hand gently on the heart space. And in this moment, we're going to set a gentle intention for the rest of our practice. And the intention for today's practice is that as we practice, let us cultivate this sense of compassionate awareness in each breath that we take, in each movement that we make, in each posture that we hold. Allow us to witness from a deeper place everything that is arising in the body, in the breath, and in the mind, and respond to those movements and those actions in a compassionate way. That means being kind to ourselves, not pushing too hard, not moving too fast, adapting where we need, and just seeing if we can cultivate this quality of awareness in which we can sit and from where we can observe our practice unfolding with this additional quality of compassion, of kindness towards ourselves, so that at the end of the practice, we perhaps leave feeling calmer and more balanced in our minds, in our breath, and in our bodies. So once we've allowed that intention to be seeded into our hearts, we can bring the hand down. If you like, you can open the eyes, but the eyes can remain closed. And we're just going to start with some gentle movement and breath, lifting the arms and bringing the arms down, up on inhale, down on exhale. So as we inhale, slowly, with compassionate awareness, breathe in, reach the arms up overhead, complete the inhale at the top of the movement, pause just for a moment, and then as we exhale, slowly breathing out through the nose and bringing the arms down all the way until the palms rest on the thighs once again, and pause. Inhale slowly as you breathe in, floating the arms up overhead, pausing at the top. As you exhale, slowly bringing the arms down once again. Maybe the eyes are closed now, breathing out all the way, steady and smooth. With compassionate awareness, we observe, we breathe in. We notice if we can breathe in and raise our arms more smoothly, more comfortably. We pause at the top for a moment. As you exhale, again observing from that deeper place, bringing the arms down, slowly and steadily, aligned with the breath. Hands down onto the thighs. Let's do this twice more. Inhale slowly, letting go of the need to rush, letting go of thoughts of impatience or needing to do something else, pausing at the top. Exhaling slowly, bringing the arms down once again, slowly and steadily and smoothly. Final time after the pause. Inhale. The inhale lasts all the way to the top of the movement as we breathe in and stretch. And then exhale, slowly bringing the arms down once again. At the end of the movement, just keep your eyes closed for a moment. Return to natural breath. Just observe yourself, make any adjustments that you need. Like, for example, you may start to feel some pain from sitting for too long or about to move. So you may just want to shuffle or adjust your posture. Just take a moment here. Now we're going to do a slightly longer sequence, but we're going to try to continue to focus on keeping that breath slow and smooth, watching ourselves with this compassionate awareness, adjusting and responding in the moment as we need. So inhale, slowly raise the arms up overhead and pause at the top. As we exhale, we're slowly going to fold down all the way to the ground, placing the palms on the ground, shoulder distance apart, gently relaxing the neck, forehead dropping down. As we inhale, slowly come up to all fours, lift the head, drop the belly down, tilt the pelvis forwards. As you exhale, tuck the toes and slowly press yourself into downward facing dog. Adjust as you need, stretching through the arms. Take one breath here. So inhaling in this position, lifting the sitting bones nice and high. Pause at the top of your inhalation. And then a slow, long exhalation here.
Compassionate awareness at each stage. Pause at the end of your exhale. Inhale, dropping the knees to the ground, untucking the toes, arching the spine. After your pause, exhaling, pressing all the way down once again to child's pose. Staying in this position, take a nice slow inhalation, observing your body and your breath with compassionate, kind awareness. And then exhaling once again in this position. After your pause, inhale, slowly floating the arms and the torso up, arms reach up overhead, and pause. Exhaling again with that slow, intentional movement, bringing the arms down, palms resting on the thighs. Take a moment, soft gaze straight ahead, and as you become more familiar with this, you may want to practice with your eyes closed. Once again, inhaling, slowly raising the arms up overhead. Pause. Exhaling, slowly floating down to the ground, taking the support you need. That's what the compassionate awareness is about. Pause. Inhale, a smooth rise up to all fours, then lifting the head, dropping the pelvis, tilting it forward, dropping the belly down. Exhaling, tucking the toes, heels move towards the ground, pressing the hands into the mat, length through the arms, staying here for one breath. So inhale in this position, slow and smooth, nice and steady. Exhale here, finding comfort and ease in the posture and in the breath. Pause. Inhaling, slowly dropping the knees, arching the spine once again, and pause. Exhaling, releasing all the way down. A long exhale takes us back down into child's pose. Inhaling in this position once again. Exhaling here. Inhaling, raising the arms up overhead, reaching skywards with the fingertips. Exhale with compassionate awareness, watching as the arms come down, observing, noticing, coming back to our starting position. Let's do this one more time. Inhaling, raise the arms all the way up. Pause. Exhaling, folding all the way down. Inhaling, rising up to all fours, observing with compassionate awareness, not pushing too deep or hard. Exhaling once again, coming to downward facing dog, settling here. Inhaling in this position. Exhaling here. Inhaling, dropping the knees, untucking the toes, lifting the head, arch the spine. Exhaling, coming all the way down to child's pose. Once again, Balasana. Stay here and inhale. Pause. Staying here, exhale. Pause. Inhale, floating the arms up once again, overhead. Exhaling, slowly bringing the arms down and returning once again to Vajrasana. So just sit with the eyes closed for a moment. Just observe from that deeper place, paying attention to the sensations in your body, paying attention to your breath without judgment, just simply noticing and being present. And then from here, we're just slowly going to transition so we can sweep the legs out in front of us. And we're going to lie down on the mat with our knees bent and our feet slightly apart, maybe hip distance apart. So as with all transitions, when we come into this lying position, we just want to take a moment here
As you probably gathered by now, the aim of this practice is not intensity. We're just seeing if we can maintain that compassionate awareness, just that awareness of everything that's arising moment to moment, adjusting and adapting as we need. We're going to do a few rounds of bridge pose with the arms going up overhead as well as lifting the hips. So let's do this together. Chin slightly tucked. Again, compassionate awareness observes everything that we do. So as we inhale, slowly lifting the hips, raising the arms up, taking them all the way back if that feels comfortable for you. Pause and slowly exhaling, bringing the hips down, bringing the arms down simultaneously, releasing the spine to the ground, releasing the arms. Pause. Again, observing from that deeper place. Inhale. Notice the hips rising. Notice the arms going back overhead. Noticing how deep you want to push up into the posture. Compassionate awareness adapts, responds. Pause. Exhaling. Once again, the hips coming down, the arms coming down. Breathing out all the way to the end of the motion and pause. One more time. Inhaling, raising the arms up, lifting the hips up, noticing the connection between the soles of the feet and the ground. Pause. Exhale, slowly bringing the hips down, slowly bringing the arms down, and coming back down to rest on the mat. Again, eyes are softly closed. Let go of the spine into the ground. Let the breath be soft and gentle. Just observe for a few moments. Then from here, we're going to bend our knees. We're going to take hold of the left knee with our left hand, the right knee with our right hand. Again, just doing some repetition around a variation of Apanasana. Again, as the witness, as this compassionate awareness. As we inhale, lengthen the legs up. And as we just did, take the arms back overhead. Pause. As we exhale, bend the knees and gently draw the thighs towards the torso. Not too much pressure in the hands. Pause at the end of the exhale. Compassionate awareness as we inhale, observing the movement, watching, adapting as necessary, pausing at the top. Exhaling. Slowly once again, bending the knees and drawing those thighs in towards the chest. Pause at the end of the exhale. One more time. Inhale as we observe with compassionate awareness. The arms go back. The legs extend. The mind is soft. Exhale once again, bending the knees. Draw the thighs towards the body. Pause at the end of the exhale, and then slowly release the feet down to the ground. Relax the arms alongside the body. Release into natural breath. Just take a moment or two here in this position. And then from here, we're slowly going to press ourselves up. Just a short practice today. And we're going to come to seated once again. Just take a comfortable position that works for you. Bring the backs of the hands onto the knees or the thighs. Allow the palms to be open. And just sit quietly here. Just observing without judgment the effects of this short practice on the body, on the mind and the breath. And remembering that as we observe, as we notice these sensations, as we notice the breath, seeing if we can stay connected to the intention that we set at the start of the practice and that we've drawn through into everything that we've done since, which is that as I sit here, I observe everything that is arising in my body, all of the sensations, the breath and so forth, and the thoughts, from this place of compassionate awareness. I observe without judgment, but there is a quality to that awareness which is compassionate. It is kind, and it seeks to help to alleviate our own pain and suffering by, in this practice, allowing us to adjust our seat so that we can sit more comfortably, maybe to use cushions and blocks, or to move more slowly, or to stay for less time in postures. And just see if we can practice and notice what it actually feels like to undertake compassion towards ourselves, even in this small laboratory on the mat. So just observe, kind of in the way that the sun might observe the clouds moving in the sky, just noticing, shining light on them, but also letting them pass. And just continue to observe for a few more moments, noticing what's arising within you from this deeper place of compassionate awareness. And then, as always, to finish, let us bring our hands together at heart center. And in your own space, just take a moment to offer gratitude for anything that right now you feel gratitude for. And then we will slowly open our eyes. Namaste. So thank you for joining today's practice, just a short one, but again, just an example of how we can bring an intention, and in this case, this intention of cultivating or connecting to this space of compassionate awareness with us. And we do this on the mat with the intention then that we can bring that energy and we can bring that connection into the rest of our daily lives. So thank you for joining once again. Please do subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying the content. Let us know what you think of the videos, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you. Namaste.